If acquiring a timeshare has never been top of mind, you might think that this vacay model had become a thing of the past, but it's very much still around, just revamped for a new generation of owners. Over the last few years, the timeshare industry has reported a boom in sales, resulting in record numbers of units built by such big players as Marriott, Disney, and Travel Plus Leisure Co. According to the American Resort Development Association, 57% of U.S. timeshare owners in 2022 were Gen Z and millennials. So how has this vacationing model changed, and what's going to replace it? Let's unravel the evolution of timeshares. Timeshares first started appearing back in the 1960s. Then developers in France, Switzerland, and the US, independent of one another, started selling their properties to vacationers instead of renting them. The property was divided between 52 owners, and each could occupy it during a specific week every year. You could buy a lifetime use of a property in an exotic location for a fraction of the total cost of ownership. The model expanded in the 1970s with the introduction of exchange programs. Thanks to them, people were able to easily swap chosen dates, so it no longer felt like a huge commitment. As the industry grew, it attracted the attention of regulators. And by the 1990s, California and Florida passed laws that imposed restrictions on timeshare developers. For instance, timeshare purchasers could rescind the contract within several days without losing any money. At the same time, major hotel companies like Marriott, Wyndham, Hilton, Disney, Holiday Inn, and more stepped onto the scene to capitalize on the massive industry growth. The market was growing at such an overwhelming pace that it became uncontrollable. False advertising and unethical sales practices forever cemented the timeshare model as scammy, problematic, and not a good investment. For instance, many resort guests were tempted to attend timeshare presentations in exchange for valuable gifts.
What's in the box?
Spending an hour or two listening to a presentation for a few free nights at the hotel or a free activity seemed like a low price to pay. But actually, that's how most timeshare sales were closed. Their sales personnel were notoriously persuasive, and many people ended up pressured to purchase a timeshare before the end of the presentation.
That 90 minutes, they say, turned into 8 excruciating hours of rotating and relentless salespeople pressuring them.
And they were persuasive, and they kept pushing us, and we'd say no, and they'd say something else.
The second problem was how restrictive timeshares could be. The lack of transparency that came with many timeshare contracts meant that buyers didn't know or understand the commitment that came with it. Apart from the upfront fee, you'd have to pay yearly maintenance fees whether you visit the property or not. Reports of unsatisfied customers forever tarnished the industry, which is why today, timeshare companies are trying hard to clean up their image and remove the past problematic elements. How do they do that? Often rebranded as vacation ownerships or vacation clubs, today's timeshares have experienced a few transformations to attract a new generation of buyers. The biggest change toward making the concept more flexible was introducing a points-based system. Now you don't buy part of a property, but a real estate interest represented as points. Every year, you can use these points to book vacations at one of many destinations offered by the company, or spend them on cruises, adventures, and tours. The idea is that you lock in the price that you've initially paid and save money as room prices increase year over year. But there continued to be drawbacks that this system inherited from original timeshares. You still have to pay additional fees, such as maintenance and utility payments, even if you skipped traveling for a year or two. And although you do have a wide selection of properties to choose from, they're all operated by the same brand, so the experience will be similar with little variety. Finally, selling your ownership remains an ordeal, so there's no easy way out.
Let me out! Let me out! This is not a dance. I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. Please come let me out.
Why are millennials and Gen Z, just like their parents decades ago, drawn to the concept of prepaid vacations and exclusive travel clubs? Mostly because it promises peace of mind for years ahead and cheaper accommodations. This means there's an opportunity for an alternative product that will take the winning features of timeshares and exclude the problems. We're talking about travel membership or subscriptions options. The idea of travel subscriptions is borrowed from such services like Netflix, Spotify, HelloFresh, or Ipsy. They have become the norm for younger people. Yes, memberships have been a part of the travel experience for decades because they're often spending a lot. Frequent travelers enjoy free airline miles, hotel loyalty programs, and other benefits. But in recent years, this idea has been taken further, adapting the timeshare model to the new generation of travelers. Just like in vacation clubs, with travel subscriptions, you also pay upfront and get to enjoy exclusive rooms for a much smaller price. But now you can pay in month-to-month increments, can freely cancel anytime, and don't have to pay extra. Not only are such products not a big commitment, but you can stay in various accommodations, operated by different brands, and never have the same experience twice. The most prominent example is Inspirato Pass, a luxury travel membership service where you pay a monthly fee of $2,550 and get access to a wide selection of 5-star vacation properties, experiences, and other travel perks included. Their collection of hotels isn't limited to the same brand and features both big chains and boutique hotels. Besides, you can cancel anytime. In the first quarter of 2022, Inspirato reported 3,300 active subscribers, an increase of 82% year over year. You might have also heard about Selena, a hostel chain with a subscription program where you can access accommodation, co-working space, and other perks in 163 destinations, starting from $360 a month. Targeted to digital nomads and remote workers, it allows people to travel and work without worrying about accommodation and working space. Another hit service is offered by eDreams Odagio, a global online travel agency. First launched in France in 2017, their Prime subscription service provides access to exclusive discounts and promotions on flights, stays, and rental cars. They currently have 4.2 million members in 9 countries. Just like hotel giants once saw the potential in timeshares, established travel brands started offering membership options to create recurring revenue. Based on both good and bad reviews of timeshares and other memberships, it seems like they are not a replacement for traditional travel, but rather a very targeted commodity. What for some may be restrictive and unaffordable is for others an attractive option. There's a lot of appeal to the idea of travel clubs, so such options will keep appearing and evolving in response to customer demand. And if they find their audience, both providers and customers will benefit.